In this video, I've got Holly here. We're going to be going over a tricep and serratus isometric hammer. At least that's what I'm going to call it. The goal of this exercise is to be able to better transmit force from the hand to the arm in a way that is very healthy for all of the joints of the arm. We're not biasing one thing specific. This is full integration of the upper extremity. So we're in this all fours position to start. This is a good place to teach somebody what the body position should kind of feel like when they're going to be on the roller. So we're looking for this little bit of a kind of inline and stacked looking ribs to hip position. We need to see a gentle curvature and kyphosis of the upper back, but it's subtle. Just enough to tell that this space between your scapulas has lifted and this upper back has a little bit of rounding, but you shouldn't give yourself a big turtle shell. We're not trying to be crazy. So just show a really ugly example. A lot of people will try to do this, and we are not trying to get crazy like that. Like, go flat back for me. So if most people think flat is what's right, but we want a little curvature. So if we just inflate a little and lift, that's what we need right there. That's what you're kind of going for. So from here, we're going to mimic this position with one hand on the roller in a fist position. So Holly's going to take her left hand. We got pressure on the pinky side knuckle, bony stuff here, and we do want to feel bony contact within reason. And she is going to get herself to be pretty much fully supported on this arm. Some of you will need to use the opposite hand as support. You'll have to drop your body a little bit. We're originally starting at a little bit of like a 90-degree angle-ish. Holly's going to create this hammer down pressure through the arm to stimulate tricep and really all of the muscles around the shoulder. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Perfect. So initially the goal is just hold and drive and learn how to breathe while we learn to manage this new stimulus. Once somebody can do this for about 3 rounds of roughly 20 to 30 seconds, we're then going to progress to a saw, or sawing motion. So from here, Holly's going to start sawing. The drive of the hand into the roller is very consistent, and we do want to feel like we're trying to increase that pressure as we do it. And as we're moving, we are feeling for movement at the elbow, movement at the shoulder, and something in the scapula coming along for the ride. Some people will fatigue very quickly here, some people won't. And this is our tricep and serratus saw, an isometric hammer. So this is part 2 of the tricep hammer. So from here, we're similar body position on the setup. The only difference here is that now instead of a hammer fist, we're going to go supinated hand or open hand to the sky. So for anybody starting this for the first time, we're going to start more on the back of the forearm is what it's going to feel like, not quite right at what you might think of as the wrist. So this is technically forearm. If Holly was going to be more wrist, it would be like up here. And I don't really want anybody starting here. I want you to feel like we've got much more bony real estate that we're going to be working on. So from here, we are going to challenge the external rotation of the entire arm here. So I like to think of turning my thumb to the ground as much as it's realistic. And we're backhanding into the foam roller. Chances are you're going to feel more tricep this way. How you doing? Good?
Very tricep-y.
Cool. So from here, we are looking for a little bit of protraction, which would be the equivalent of her reaching her elbow to the ground, as if the scapula or shoulder blade is trying to come down to the floor, but her body / ribs do not go with it. It's like a lengthening arm type of thing. So we find our good drive here. We learn how to breathe and manage this position. And once we think we got it, then we add the saw motion, just like we did on the tricep hammer. We just rock back and forth. You can challenge this by seeing how far you can go within reason. There is diminishing return in this drill on how far. But Holly looks great here. I do want her to pull underneath her a little bit more as it comes back to challenge the loading through the hand a little bit. But guys, you don't want to go up to your fingers. It's going to be way too much, and most people might actually like stress out and strain the wrist muscles here. So we're just challenging as much as we can.